Hello, everybody. How's it going? And welcome back to the 26th episode here on the Time Off series on Minecraft. uh, yeah, so what's that over there? Let's go over. I'll show you. So, funny story. This is the second time I'm recording the intro to this episode. I recorded about 20 minutes of footage, roughly, and I lost it, and I don't know how. I still, to this moment, I don't know how the file saved, but the actual footage was gone, so it was just like an empty file. It was really weird. I don't know how that happened. Maybe I saved the file when there was nothing in it, and then when I added the footage, I forgot to save. That's the only thing I can possibly think of. But anyway, so I actually have to redo this. The footage was about me building this over here. And that's actually the elevator of what we're going to be putting in the potions tower. So I'm coming really close to actually constructing the tower. So what I came over here to do was I was drawing up a bit of a game plan. This kind of resembled the shape of the tower. But one thing I was saying too is I think this resembles the entrance here, but I think I'll actually have the entrance on this side here. And then yeah, so we'll walk into the tower like this, and then our elevator will be on the left-hand side, kind of like that. And so what the elevator is we got soul sand here, which creates this this bubble stream. I don't know exactly what the official terms are for this type of water block, the source block in here, but obviously I think most of us probably know that it raises us like this. So this is going to be our water elevator, and this is how we're going to be going up to each floor. And then when we get up to the top floor, I was thinking about maybe dropping down on a slime block like this, but I kind of forgot about the bounce, and so maybe not do that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a water drop instead. So when we go all the way up to the top of the tower, we will have a drop like this, and that will drop us down. But we won't be dropping on the outside. I think we'll probably, when we drop down the water drop, we'll probably be facing the entrance like this, so we could just drop down and exit like that. You know what I mean? I think this is also 5 stories. This is the ground level, then 1, or is that 2? Does this count as the second level or the first level? We got the ground level. We'll say that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll probably go up 2 more as well. We'll probably have the 6th level, because there are 6 main potions I want to have their own floor. And then we will have a 7th level for miscellaneous potions. And we will also have a netherwart farm, but that will be its own building as well. And the item thing too, I had a comment. Uzunoru was saying that we could place more blocks, especially at the end and at the top as well, and that would prevent items from being kind of like thrown out like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think for the design, I want to go for more of a narrow design, and I think that if we had any sort of sorting system, I mean, we could do it. I'll think about it, especially when we actually start to construct the tower. I will definitely put some more thought into it, but for right now, I think I'm going to go without it, but I actually won't really know until I get there. Is there anything else I wanted to kind of point out over here? I don't think so. I was brewing some potions, actually. I was getting a little bit more experience. It is pretty easy now that I actually kind of have the hang of it. It's just the ingredients. We just need to make sure that we know the recipes and we have the right ingredients. But I was making fire resistance, and I actually I still have this, and I have a full stack of blaze rods over at the house. And so yeah, so with a looting sword and fire resistance, we just kind of clear out some space around the blaze spawner. And we just kind of farm them like that, and it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. So blaze rods, I was a little nervous about in the beginning, but we will not have any sort of issue getting blaze rods in this world anymore. Unless we kind of run short on looting swords, I guess. But I don't know. I used a looting one for all the the blaze rods. Now I have this cool looting 2 sword. So something I also did in the footage that was lost was I actually came over here to the main bee area. And I say main because now there's a couple more. But I took a couple bees and I transported them to the farm. And actually off camera, I took a little bit more to the tower too, because the island is also where the other beehives, or the beehive is, along with another house I made. But yeah, so I wanted some bees slowly but surely at the farming area, obviously to kind of help the crops grow, right? So I had the 2 bees on leads and I took them over here and I basically had to breed them. So I bred the bees because I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but I was watching a Wattles. I say Wattles like I assume that you guys know who Wattles is. If not, I definitely recommend you check that channel out. I still learned so much from him. He had the same issue in his 1.15 series where he brought 2 bees over, but they were not recognizing them, or they were not recognizing the houses as like their own. So they just ended up despawning. But when you breed bees, the new baby bees, they stay there. And they live happily ever after until they die from the campfires. What we're going to be doing later is we're going to be coming back to the village, and I would actually like to terraform a little bit to kind of set up some more detailing, and probably put a building here too. I think that's something I want to do as well. But I want to show you real quick the bee areas because I kind of like them. Oh, the frames are going down. I think it's because I'm recording and there's just a lot of I don't know what you would call this, foliage in this area. There's a lot of different, there's a lot of stuff going on. Lots of grass planted, lots of flowers. I had to put them over here because they were dying from the campfires. I'm pretty sure that this campfire might be okay, but I feel like these 2 campfires are like terrible placement. But I think I'm too stubborn to move them. Okay, I got to get off this island. I'm getting too much lag. My render chunks, I keep them on 22. I think 18 might be the sweet spot. But when I go into the control panel for the NVIDIA GeForce gaming thingamabobber, you know what I'm talking about, where you optimize your games and stuff like that. When I optimize Minecraft on that app, it cranks my render distance to like 30. And it's like, I really wish that were the case, but the game just does not run that smooth with the render chunks that high. But yeah, so this is the area where I have the bees. And you know what's funny? Over there on the other side of the sheep farm, I have this massive wheat farm that I think you guys have seen, right? And there's the other bee. Yeah, I have that wheat farm, but this is the one that I always use. For some reason, I always come here, and I just always use this wheat farm, because it always gives me, like, a good amount to breed the cows with, and that's honestly why I use this farm, is solely for breeding cows. But when we actually get into, like, breeding villagers and stuff like that, we will need the wheat for bread. So we'll need that later, but other than that, I can't really think of any other reason why we need the wheat. I guess for hay bales in the future. But something I want to do too is over beside the barn, I would like to build a silo in the future as well. And we're going to have a lot of wheat, right? We have that big wheat farm that I still want to expand too. I still want to expand that wheat farm. And yeah, I would like to have some big harvests, and I would like to fill the barn, and I would like to fill the silo specifically with hay bales. I would like to convert all of our hay stacks to hay bales. And I would like to just kind of load a big tower full of those things and then have a dispenser so we can dispense anything that we need. Right? Does that make sense? But yeah, right there, we pretty much have a stack right there. And that's not even like half the farm. Okay, maybe it's half the farm. I don't know. So what I want to do for the rest of the episode is I would like to spend it here in the village because I'd like to start to kind of shape it a bit more and kind of prepare to try to kind of finish this area. So how I kind of want to tackle this is that I think the village is going to be at least in 2 different parts. So I think we're going to have this main area down here. Well, I say main in like quotations. Because I don't really know where exactly we'd spend most of our time when we're here in the village, but there's definitely some significant points here, right? Mostly like, you know, our fishing spot is pretty significant. Our potion tower is going to be the most. And then we got our portal over there. That will probably be our main nether portal here in the series. I'm sure we'll probably still use the one at home when it's most convenient, right? But in the future, when we're ready to do like maybe another hub, maybe when we go through this portal, wherever that portal generates in the nether, maybe that could be the center point of our nether hub. So what I want to do really is I want to have this main area. I keep saying main area, but I want to have this first area of the village kind of done, and then when we're kind of done here, I would like to expand it out this way. So this will be more stuffs, and I have some pretty nifty plans actually, some cool stuff planned for this area here. So we'll do that, but we'll do that after we get this done because I want to get this done. And I really do want to get the mine done, the cave over there by the mining storage building. I want to get that area done too. So when we get that area done, this area done, maybe we could tackle some new development over there. But okay, so for now, I would actually like to build a building here. I actually want this one to have a couple levels to it. I look at that building over there. That building kind of has 2 stories as well. But I want this building to almost act as like a really oops, that's not dirt, this is dirt, more or less of like a small tower. I want it to be a bit more narrow and definitely tall, and I kind of wanted to push it back maybe right about here. I don't want to make it too close to this building here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. No! There we go. I kind of like how this is looking so far. Basically, I kind of switched up the patterns on each wall. Not really on each wall, but like, you know, this wall and this wall are the same. And then this wall and the other one on the other side, they're reversed, right? So this goes 2 pillars, 1, 2, and that goes 1, 2, 1. And so... yeah, so I don't know. I think that's kind of a neat idea. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys don't like it, let me know and I can always change it. But I think for now, I'm probably ready to put the roof on this thing. The only thing is I got to figure out how to do the inside because it is pretty narrow. I'm going to have to try to figure out like a good staircase design or something like that. If villagers climb ladders, that would be perfect. But I just want to make sure that I can try to design this so villagers can climb up to their beds and stuff like that. We don't have to have a lot of villagers in here. It could only be like maybe a couple beds or whatever. But we can always decorate the inside to, you know, help support there only being like maybe 2 or 3 beds. The more I think about the houses that we have, the more I think about how many villagers we're really going to have here. So, I mean, because I always planned like maybe having like, try to have like maybe 2 beds in here, 2 beds in there, 2 beds in there. This is a big house. We need like quite a few beds in here. A few more beds in here, maybe 3 more beds in here. I don't know, maybe 5 beds in here. Like that's starting to turn into a lot of villagers. Do we want that many villagers here? I mean, it would be kind of cool, right? And I'm also starting to think too, like if we really go to town decorating this place, if we're gonna get the amount of lag that we are at the tower or at the farm with all the cows and stuff like that, or even like, so how I plan on decorating this village, I guess I should probably try to figure out a roof design first. So I'm gonna put a pin in that thought. Coming back to the roof, I might want to do the stone brick roof. I think I might. I don't think that would hurt, right? I think the dark oak looks really nice, but we already have a few dark roofs here. And we have that spruce roof, we have that spruce roof. So I thought, I don't know, maybe we can try to switch things up a bit with this build. Maybe put on a stone roof. And I can even mix in some mossy cobble, or not mossy cobble. Well, I could, maybe cobblestone, but I was at least thinking mossy stone brick. But I gotta try to think of a shape, because do we want to do a shape like this? Or do we want to do a shape like this? Maybe like this. Maybe we'll do a stone brick roof like this. So last episode, we worked on the stable, right? We worked on the home stable. And I'm really, really satisfied with how it turned out in the end. Like, I really am. Oh, can we get cracked stairs? Is that a thing? No! So imagine the stable. I can go over, actually. I can go over and I can show you guys too. But at the stable, it's like we have like all the bushes. We have like the extra planted trees and stuff like that. We have flowers there, some snow, coarse dirt, all that kind of stuff. Like that's the kind of the same thing I want to decorate this village with. And so I think I kind of want it all to mostly have a similar aesthetic. And I mean, this isn't looking too bad. Gotta fix the corners of this too. I screwed up the corners here. I broke the corners. I gotta look over here too. So it's an upside down stair and a regular stair. Is that all it is? So regular stair, upside down. Okay. Corners are fixed. Oh, that's wrong. What's wrong? Oh, I screwed up the first layer. That's not right. So here's what I've done with the roof. The stone brick is kind of growing on me. It's a little weird because it's a roof. It's a block for a roof that I really don't use that often. I always go with wood. I mean, literally, like, okay. So, including the fishing hut that you see right there. Out of all the roofs that you can see in this frame, how many of them are wood? Like the barn, the station, the houses here, the fish hut. If I could just get the tower in, you can see the tower. It's all wood. That's just how I do it. But I mean, I'm totally open for doing some new stuff. And the spruce in there, I'm not a big fan of the spruce. I just kind of put that in there for the sake of having it. But I'll probably replace that spruce with something else. But I think for now, we have a pretty good... I think we have a pretty good shape and size for that house over there. So it's kind of just a mini tower, if you think about it. It's a mini enchanting tower. But I'm going to try to make the potions tower look a bit more unique and different. Let's take a screenshot of that right there. And, okay. I'm going to kill these guys, and then we're going to start terraforming a bit. When we get villagers in this town here, will the game recognize it as a village, like if it is a settlement of villagers? Because if that's the case, then we'd probably get some raids with the bad omen, right? Do you think so? I don't know. I really don't know how smart the game is. I think for terraforming, though, I think where I'm going to start is I'm probably just going to start digging some more of these trenches here. I would like to try to connect them all. I think I'd like to kind of dig one out, maybe like right here or so. So I'll just kind of start digging for the sake of it. So this is literally just how I've been doing it over there. Is I just dig a kind of a wider hole, and then I dig down some more, and I get a bit more narrow as I go. And then it creates these, I think they create these really nice small ravines. And then we'll probably dig this out, and this will probably go in behind here. One thing I really wanted to do in this village as well, and this is kind of a newer idea that I had, is that we're gonna try to have a little bit more elevation here. So it wasn't as planned out because these houses, like this house, this house, this house, they're all pretty much on the same level, like on the same block level, like all the entrances. But I think what I'm going to do is when I have these trenches kind of dug out, I'm going to start, when I start like placing the paths around here, I'm going to try to make some small hills that the paths go over in between the trenches. I'm trying to figure out how we can do these trenches without having to put fences on the edge. I'm trying to kind of figure out a way, because I really don't know how smart the villager AI is in this game. So, if for all my luck, I think what's probably going to happen is villagers are going to be falling down these trenches a lot. So, I would really like to know if they can climb ladders. And if they can climb ladders, if we can kind of place ladders throughout all these trenches, so if they fall down, they can easily climb back up, especially when it's nighttime, and their AI needs to track their bed or you know, make a path to their bed, if they will be able to do that. If not, maybe we could try to put some narrow stairs kind of throughout the trenches, so if they fall down, then maybe there's some narrow stairs on the side. Preferably stone stairs that kind of blend in with the walls of these small ravines. I think I'm liking the shape that we have around here. We can add a little bit more, maybe a little bit more hills in this area too, to make things look a little bit more steep. And then this house as well, I need to make an entrance here. I need to make an entrance on this house as well too. Oh no, I can't run. Oh my gosh, I'm starving. Okay, guys, so I did some digging, and I was able to kind of terraform this place a little bit. I planted well, I say planted, I put down more dirt to kind of make some hills too, to kind of make everything look a little bit more rounded. But yeah, so F1. So this is how it's looking. I still have to... I don't know when I'll put the water down at the bottom, but that's something I will be doing at some point. And laying out paths will be something I need to do at some point as well. So the thing about this area is that, like, when I put down the paths, because I didn't really place anything down to plan out where the paths are going to be. So when I actually do start to plant down paths, this will probably change a little bit more. So yeah, this is it. This is everything. This is how the village is kind of looking so far. So it's kind of what I wanted to do this episode. I think it kind of sets the tone a bit more for what I'm kind of trying to go for in the village too. And let me know what you guys think too. If you guys don't really like the trenches that much, I can terraform it. I can make it look a little bit more flat if you guys think that looks better, but I don't know. I think having the trenches and the hills here just kind of makes everything seem a little bit more, well, less flat for sure, but less plain. I think too, with the hills, how it kind of is now in the trenches, I think we don't really need to kind of go as heavy in with the decoration. Obviously, we're going to be planting trees all over the place. We'll be planting more grass and flowers. But we could probably hold back on decorating everything to make it look a little bit less dense. Because that's kind of what I did over at the home stable. I just wanted everything to look dense. And that was kind of my plan here as well. But if everything is kind of looking a little bit more, you know, a little bit more shaped, a little bit more, you know, round and curved around here, we probably don't have to go as dense with the decoration than I originally thought. But let me know what you guys think. Your opinion matters too. Well, okay, guys, I think I'm going to end the episode here. It's funny because with what turned into an episode where I lost footage, it turned into me having a lot of footage to have to go over and stuff like that, which is good. That's a very, very good problem to have. And I started recording right as they stopped spawning. Oh, I just got here though, but I'm already at 5 blaze rods, so that's actually pretty good, right? So this is literally just how I've been grinding it. But now I got this looting 2 sword, so I'm pretty happy with this. And I think the rate should go up a little bit more. But maybe in the long term we'll set up a blaze farm, but I know those are very, very, like, they seem to be, like, time-consuming and both expensive projects to do. But maybe we can do, like, a simple killing chamber here where we just take a fire resistance potion like I'm doing right now. And then maybe in the future, we'll go somewhere else and build a proper blaze farm. You know, we need more projects here in the Nether, too, to kind of really have an excuse to make a Nether hub as well, right? So we can have projects in the Nether, be able to travel to places in the Nether, points of interest in the Nether, and then also other portals, right? But, yeah. So with that being said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.